Hello, this is Attorney Brian Pendergraft on how to record a deed in Prince George's County, Maryland. You can download the slides to this presentation at www.tpf.legal/pgdeed. Disclaimer. This is legal information, not legal advice. For legal advice, please contact a local real estate attorney or title company near you. Again, I am not your lawyer. Step 0. In most cases, your settlement company or real estate attorney will do this for you. Some people do record deeds themselves. I recommend having a professional do it. Step 1. Get your deed drafted. 1. You can do it yourself, or 2. You can have an attorney or settlement company do it for you. Again, this is what I recommend. Step 2, you have to calculate your recordation and transfer taxes. Now, there are 3 taxes that must be paid whenever a deed is recorded or whenever property is transferred. That is the Prince George's County recordation tax, the Prince George's County property transfer tax, and the state transfer tax. Now, this is all based on the amount of consideration that was exchanged. So I'm going to actually move ahead to the next slide on consideration, and then I'm going to come back to this one. What is consideration? Consideration is the full cash value of the transfer. So consideration is the purchase price, any new mortgage, the balance of the existing mortgage, and any other consideration that may have been paid. So again, consideration is the full cash value. So you take full cash value, so you can take that is equal to the purchase price plus any new mortgage plus the balance of the existing mortgage plus any other consideration. So again, that's what you are taxed on. You are taxed on the full cash value for the transfer. Now, going back, you calculate the Prince George's County recordation tax by it is $5 per $1,000 of consideration or full cash value. The Prince George's County property transfer tax is 1.4% of the consideration, and the Maryland state transfer tax is 0.5% of the consideration. Here's an example of a tax calculation of a home with a purchase price of $100,000. Now, first you have to calculate the Prince George's County recordation taxes. Again, it is $5 for every $1,000. So if you take $100,000, divide that by 1,000, and then you multiply that by 5, and that comes up with $500 for the Prince George's County recordation taxes. The Prince George's County transfer tax is 1.4% of the consideration. So you take 100,000, you multiply that by 0.014, and that is equal to 1,400. And the state transfer tax is 0.5% of the consideration. So you take 100,000, you multiply that by 0.005, and that comes out to $500. So, and the deed recordation fee is $60. So if you add that all up, the total amount due when you record your deed will be $2,460. Exemptions from consideration. In most cases, you are exempt from paying recordation and transfer taxes in the case of intra-family transfers. For example, a spouse to a spouse or ex-spouse, a parent to their child or child to the parent or to their stepchild, grandparent to their grandchild or step-grandchild, or transfer from a domestic partner to a domestic partner or an ex-domestic partner. There are more exemptions, but contact an attorney if you need help determining your exemptions or help determining the taxes that you have to pay, or contact a mathematician, I guess. Step 3, complete the Maryland Land Records intake sheet. And you can find the you can find it at this address here. So, type that into your browser, your favorite browser of choice, and you'll find it. Step 4. Make 1 copy of your deed and 4 copies of the completed intake sheet. Step 5. Go to the Prince George's County Administration Building for deed processing. So you have to take your deed and the intake sheet, the originals, and all of the copies to the Office of Finance inside the County Administration Building. Here is the address. It's check out the address. It's right there, and it is right by the. It's actually right outside the Upper Marlboro Courthouse, Circuit Courthouse, and then you can take the deed to the Office of Finance, which is inside the County Administration Building, and you can leave them your best email, and they will contact you when it is done processing. And this takes about 4 weeks, I want to say, and they will email you when it's done. So definitely leave your best email address for them. Step 6, now it's time for you to get your deed recorded. So you have to pick up the deed from the Office of Finance and walk it to land records in the Prince George's County Annex Building. The Annex Building is conveniently right next to the County Administration Building. So you have to go in there and ask for where land records is. And then you have to pay the deed recording fee of $60 and your taxes if you are not exempt. And they take both of your copies, so that you've picked up. So you have to ask them to make a copy to take with you. And that's it. We're done. So actually, hold on, let me add that at this point, once you've paid, they will officially, it takes some weeks for them to do this, but they will mail you an official copy. They will return it to you and an email and by mailing it to you, actually, on the mailing address that you've listed on your intake sheet. So they will eventually mail you a copy, but that takes some weeks to do. So that's why I always ask for a copy, so I don't have to I have something to show at least until I get that copy sent to me. So anyway, so here's my contact information if you need help drafting and recording in the deed. You can contact me at info@tpf.legal or 301-200-0777, or you can contact me on Instagram at Pendergraft Firm. What county should I cover next? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.